72 is Quain, and number 6 is Eric Krayson. For the Raiders, Raritt, Garlinski, Landowski. 18 is Chris Frederick. 33 is Freddie Coletta. And your goaltending matchup today, we have Mr. Razor Ray, Sweet Baby Ray Tobias down there for the Rats on our left. And the backup goaltender, but only backup in name, that's Brian Howes in net today for the Raiders. Not sure why Billy Jocks is not here, but Brian is a backup only in name. He's a very gifted goaltender, so this should not be a big difference in effort or success. As the puck moves down behind the Rats net, this is Raritt. Tries a backhand pass in front, knocked away. Out to Chris Frederick at the point. Long shot blocked by Dan Reed. First block shot of the day. There's a ball rolling ahead to Reed. Reed's going to move in there. Chris Landowski on him. Reed gathers, drops to Urban. Urban drop pass to Quain. Quain's going to run in there. Oh, and he overruns the ball. Coming back, a 3-on-2. Dan Bruner tries to drop to Fred Coletta. His shot goes wide. Ball under the net, controlled by Urban. That's number 9 on the Rats. Garlinski taken by Urban. Urban near boards to Quain. Quain across the blue line. Josh Kramer, number 13, his first shift. We got some changes now. We've got Klein on, Yuli on. Puck goes into the Rat zone. Spinning shot by Klein. Stick blocked by Ike Nevin. Ball on the near board. Sean Frick in for his first shift for the Raiders, and he tries to clear a puck into the zone, and it goes off of someone out of play. Let's take a look at where the draw is going to be. On for the Raiders right now, Klein, number 9. 20 is Sean Frick. 90 is Shane Ewell. 79, Dan Bruner. 51, Chris Sheets. Rats, 48, Nevin. 13, Kramer. 92, Marcinkowski. 35, Sweetek. And 11, Ike Nevin. Draw at center. Still at center. Now it rolls into the zone. Sweetek and Bruner on it. Marcinkowski drops it back, not all the way out. Yuli, a long rolling shot off the near post. And looks like the ball went to the corner. So it looked like it may have beaten Ray, but no goal. Here comes Marcinkowski with Kramer. 2-on-2. Kramer, a long shot, rolls wide of the net. Howes picks it up, then kind of a trip and fall there by Kramer. Ball cleared to center. Taken by Sweetek. So Howes and Tobias both have a shot against now. Looks like we're not keeping shots on goal on the scoreboard. Here's Conger, tries to go to the blue line. He gets it in. Dan Reed backs up. Long cross-ice pass to Mangini. Lou Mangini, number 3, is on. Sideboards, half-boards. Freddie Coletta. Mangini, good pressure. Here comes Justin Garlinski, number 36. He's coming out with it. Up over the blue line, rolls it deep. No real chase there by the Raiders. Looks like an 11 on 11 game. So 6 subs aside, plus the 5 on. Puck over the blue line to Urban. Urban ahead to Lathan Conger. Lathan Conger gets a step, rolls it toward the net. Couple chops at it. Brian Howes down low and smothered. 6:40 remaining in the first period. Again, this is game 3 of the 3-game series. First game to the Raiders, second game to the Rats, and now the deciding game. Next up, whoever wins this game will be playing the first game of the 3-game best-of-3 championship series. As a long shot goes up and over the net. Now a dish to Conger in front. Can't get a handle on it. Sideboards to Mike Raritt. He's been having a good series so far. Freddie Coletta looking for a long pass. Now he decides to check up along the sideboards. Puts it into Eric Kraysic. Kraysic across to Alex Quain. So far, Raiders look a little like they're going to play a little more defense than offense right now. as the Rats seem to be carrying a bit of the play. More zone time for the Rats this far, which is about 7 minutes into the first. Josh Kramer on the goal line, defended by Mike Sabatini. Kramer spins around, tries to pass in front, knocked away. Marcinkowski back out to Alex Quain, a long wrister that's tipped in front. Goes behind the net. Landowski and Kramer battling. Here comes Sabatini. Now it's a 2-on-2 matchup down there. Ball along the sideboard. Bruner gets it. Tries to clear it. Knocked away. Ball remains in the Raiders zone. Long outlet pass. Eludes Dan Bruner. Picked up by Eric Krasic. He's going to use the near boards. He's going to try and clear, but he can't. Frank Klein cuts that off. Nice play by Klein. Klein's going to drive all the way even to the goal line. Now a drop pass in front. A shot and a score before anybody could turn their heads. What a great play from Frank Klein to Chris Sheets, and he buries it. It is 1-0. 5 minutes left in the first period. On their second shot of the game, the Raiders find pay dirt. They take an early 1-0 lead. Jeremy Wargen, our second referee, is on the rink. So a great read by Frank Klein. He makes a nice pass to Chris Sheets, and Chris Sheets puts it right in. Ball rolls into the Rat zone. Sideboards to Dan Reed. Dan Reed looking. Goes ahead to Steve Nevin. Nevin and Marcy. Marcy rolls it in deep. It is covered by Brian Howes. Might have been able to play that ball, but it's okay. Awaiting the winner of this series, the Chicago Snipers. They won their series 2-1, defeating the Stingrays. Snipers came in as the number 1 seed in the tournament. This is a matchup between the 2 and 3 seed. That's a great tip on net by Urban, steered away by Howes. That's his first big save of the day. Puck outside the near boards. Freddie Coletta streaks in left side. He shoots on goal, save, rebound, save again by Tobias. Marcinkowski, far side, kicks to himself. Over the blue line, looking for some help. Long wrister over the top of the net, bounces in front, rebound, and Howes has it. Looks like that was a rebound off the backboard or back glass to Eddie Urban. He tipped it on goal. So far, Rats probably carrying the play, but they are not leading.
Go, Alex!
Here's the draw. Urban against Garlinski. Urban takes it to Reed. Reed, quick shot wide of the net. Back to Quain. Quain, a long wrister. He scores! And boy, maybe this is going to be a high-scoring one. 1-1, 3:49 in the first. Long wrist shot by Alex Quain. Kind of a smart shot there. Kept it low, and then put it inside the far post, right along the rink surface. Not sure, but Howes looked like he had a man in front. May not have been able to get a good look at it. So right now we're at 1-1, 3:49 left in the second period. Hopefully my voice is also warming up like these players. Draw taken back to Sabatini. He turns it over to Reed. Reed turns it to Conger, misses pass. Here comes Bruner through center. Bruner over the blue line, over to Sheets, far side. Bruner's got a step. Bruner cuts to the net. Oh, and he can't chip it in. That was a nice looking play. Bruner had him. Sideboards. Quain, Bruner. Bruner back to Chris Landowski. Shot goes wide. Now here's Sheets. Giving on the goal line. Tries to fire it through the center. Doesn't work. Now we're going to have a half break here. It's Urban. Sabatini on D with Dan Reed trailing. A shot and a save by Howes. Urban gets his own rebound behind the net. Drops to Conger. Conger a shot. And a save by Howes. Nice save by Howes on a trailer. Raiders settle it down behind their own net. Chris Landowski up to Chris Sheets. He's looking for some options. Both teams are changing now. Mike Rarrett far boards. Rarrett pressured by Ike Nevin. Now pass in front, going for Sheets. Jam back one time, 2 times, 3 times. Puck is still loose. Puck is still loose. Goes behind the net. Tobias was down, sealing off the bottom of the net. And a couple of hacks and whacks, and nobody scored. Here's a long outlet pass to Krasic. Krasic goes in alone. He's got a half step. He shoots. And a big save by Brian Howes. That was a kind of a breakaway for Eric Krasic. Here's a pass in front off of Howes. Howes knocks it wide. Marcinkowski fakes a shot. Now comes in with a wrist shot and a save by Howes. Frank Klein going to slow things down here. Over to Chris Frederick on the near side. He chips it deep. They've got an icing call coming. And first icing of the day. That's pretty good. 2 minutes left in the first. That's the first icing call. Both teams passing has been pretty good.
Let's go, Fabio! Hustle up, Fabio!
Draw here to the left of Howes. This is Nevin against Klein. Draw back. Ike Nevin, a long shot off the side of the net. Steve Nevin across the goal mouth, and Marcinkowski couldn't tip it in. Here's the ball on the other side of the goal line. This is Shane Ewell and Marcy fighting for it under the net. Now out to Josh Kramer. Kramer, now Rarrett, now back underneath the net. Ewell's going to pick this one up, or is he? Freddie Coletta back to Ewell. Ewell, a lot of forecheck pressure by the Rats right now. Kramer all over Ewell. Raiders having a hard time clearing their zone here. Still back passing. Here's Frederick in front of his own net. He comes out, tries a long pass up the middle. It misses everybody. Good idea. Icing is called. Good court vision by Frederick. He had a man there where it just couldn't reel it in. 1:19 left in the first. It's 1-all.
Let's go, Fabio! Let's go, Fabio!
Urban against Garlinski. Here's the draw. One ahead by Urban to himself. Rolls wide of the net. Ewell behind his own net. Again, Raiders just trying to get something out of their zone. Dan Reed in on the forecheck for the Rats. Ewell sideboards to Bruner. Bruner through center. 2-on-2. Drops it off to Freddie Coletta. Coletta tries to go down low to Garlinski. Active sticks by the Rats. Nothing doing. Garlinski and Nevin on the goal line. Here's Garlinski, comes out front with a backhander way up over the net. 42 seconds left in the first. Back pass to the Raiders, and it's going to be, it looks like maybe a 2-on-1. Here comes Reed. Nope, it's a 2-on-2. Reed crosses the blue line across to Urban. 32 seconds left. Conger down in front. Dan Reed tries to shot and a big save! A cartwheel kick save by Brian Howes off the tip of his toe and up over the netting, or into the netting. That's what you're going to get out of Brian Howes. Maybe not so much a butterfly goaltender like Billy Jocks. He is a bit more acrobatic, and there it was. Excellent save by Howes on a good chance for the Rats. Rats scoring chances, I put them at about 5-1 right now, but it's a 1-1 game. 23 seconds left. Dan Bruner hand passes to himself. It isn't called. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure what happened. Apparently, everyone thought it was a hand pass. I did as well. The referees are going to have to talk about this. No goal was signaled. It appeared as though, to the naked eye, that Dan Bruner did take a pass of himself, threw it ahead to himself. That's not technically a hand pass. He didn't close his hand on it. He can catch his own hand pass. That's fine. So let's see what they have. It's probably going to be a goal, I would think. Do we have a call? Delay of game? What is it?
That was not bad. That was a throw.
Okay, so apparently that's what we're gonna have. Bruner's gonna be called for a delay of game. No goal. Bruner arguing, and I don't blame him here. When there's no whistle on the play, that's very difficult to understand what a ref is thinking when they don't use the whistle. But that's what we're gonna have. The call is not for a hand pass because you can't tip it ahead of yourself. The call was that Bruner closed his hand on the ball, passed it ahead to himself, and when he closed his hand on the ball, it became a delay of game penalty. So that nullifies the breakaway goal. Everyone did look confused as though they were expecting a call to be made. So let's first interaction, or I guess controversial call, no call, for our rough crew. That's Wargen and Lombardi. Fans starting to fill up the Palace of Ball Hockey here. We have at least 200 to 300, maybe like 7 fans right now. But they're boisterous fans, the kind we like here in Palatine, Illinois. Both teams discussing the call that was made. Captain Frank Klein of the Raiders speaking to the referees. Just remember, if you think refereeing's easy, why don't you try it sometime? So it's going to be a 5-on-4 power play, which will extend probably into the second period for the Rats. Their power play unit is Marcy, Nevin, Quain, Reed, and Urban. Raiders, Sabatini, Frick, Sheets, and Klein. 13 left in the first, and there's a clear by Frank Klein. 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, and that is the end of the first. A 1-1 score with a kind of an interesting call or no call by the referees. And we'll head to the second, knotted up at 1. Fans are giving it to Klein as the second period is underway.
Nice job, Joe.
Rats remain on the power play. Marcinkowski rolls it in on net. Oh, it went off a defenseman right on goal. Nice save by House. Picked up by Urban. Back to Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski up on the forehand. Shot off the side of the net. Off the backboards. Picked up by Sean Frick. Frick, one of the faster defensemen here. Oh my goodness. And he clears it up on his backhand over into the penalty box, which means the ball's going to come all the way back down. That's a very strange occurrence. Tough luck there for the Raiders. 48 seconds left in the penalty. As we're into the second period, a long clearing attempt. Tobias turns around, passes to Urban. Urban looking for a way to break into the zone. He passes it to Marcinkowski. Now, Rats stream toward the net. Here's Urban, left side, goal line extended. Looking. Back to Marcy. Marcy's going to come up on a strong wrist shot. A nice save by House. Oh, two nice saves by House. Clearing attempt does not get out. Marcinkowski dishes to Reed. Reed, big shot. Up off probably the crossbar and the netting. Rats starting to warm up as far as their offense. Marcinkowski in front, shoots it, a save by Howes. Howes looking good now. Howes is in a groove. Here's Marcinkowski, streaks toward the net, hold, fires, and a toe save by Howes. Oh, Brian Howes turning it on. During a power play, your best penalty killer is what? Your goaltender, Brian Howes. A nice set of saves. 5 saves I had him at in that 1 minute and 20 seconds. Looks like we have an icing call here against the Raiders. The penalty had expired, and I don't think they realized it and rolled it all the way down. So it's going to come back down.
Let's go,
Both teams return to full strength. Draw rolls behind the Raiders net. Frick has it, pressured by Kramer. Again, the Rats, a very aggressive forecheck. Very aggressive. They had 2 men on the forecheck there. Frick rolls it in deep. He's going to chase it down, but Krasic is going to beat him to it. Behind the Rats net now. Reversed by Mangini. Mangini rolls it through center, looking for Latham Conger on a long pass. Yule beats him to it. Back passes to Bruner. Bruner over the line, looking for Garlinski, doesn't connect. Roller through center, it's going to go ahead to Urban. Urban going in 1-on-2, beats one man, beats the second man, scores! Oh, a highlight reel goal from number 9, Mr. Edward Urban, as he blows past 2 defensemen. He crossed up Chris Frederick, and who was the other guy back there? Not sure. It looks like Shane Ewell and Chris Frederick. He kind of crossed both of them up. Took a few big strides. Went out way wide with his forehand and shot it up and over Howes. Howes played it well. Urban made it a wonderful shot. He is a wonderful player. It is 2-1 Rats. Draw. Garlinski against Urban. Urban back to Sweetek. Sweetek to Krasic. Far side. Couple players are battling. Urban takes it. He's got to step on Garlinski. Urban back to Conger. Conger backhand in front. Rolls on net. Up and over Howes. Howes actually was making a cartwheel save without knowing that that the ball wasn't there. That can be dangerous when you guess at a save. But he lucked out. The roller went right to him and hit him in the head. Puck over the blue line. Krasic back. Underneath his own net to Latham Conger. Conger. Nice setting. Oh, he was looking for a pass up to Steve Nevin. That ball looks like it's bouncing a lot. I'm wondering if they're going to change the ball out. That ball looks like it was skipping. Icing called against the Rats. NBHL icing rules, you are not allowed to change. So, for what that's worth. Draw. Nevin against Garlinski. Taken by Conger. Conger rolls it through center. Again, looking for that pass, but this time it's going to work. Josh Kramer's going to beat the icing. I believe he does. Kramer, great hustle. Shane Ewell on him. Kramer drops to Conger. Conger, wrist shot, and a save. Juggled and held by Brian Howes. Nice play, Latham Conger.
Good call out there. Good call. Proud of you. What? I would say bad rep if you didn't call that back. But you did a good job.
And here's the draw. Nevin controls, looking for Marcy. Nope. Frederick, or Chris Sheets, Chris through the middle. Marcinkowski spins, fires. Kick saved by Howes. Under the goal, Marcinkowski. Covered by Ewell. Rotates away from it. Marcinkowski tries to drive out of the corner in the front. Knocked away by Klein. Bruner tries to hit Sheets, a little ahead of him.
Right there,
Sabatini rolls it toward the net, a little wide. Ike Nevin out to Dan Reed. Dan Reed controls, comes through center. Frank Klein so far has been the big spark plug for the Raiders. He is their captain. He is a veteran player with a lot of travel experience, so great player. Playing well, trying to draw a penalty down low. It's not going to be a penalty. Klein was trying to draw an interference. Here's Marcinkowski. Oh, that's got to be higher. Oh, that was almost up off the back wall. Frank Klein very upset that he wasn't able to buy an interference call. Frankly, I didn't see it either, but things slamming on the Raiders bench. Ball rolls in behind the Rats net. Not Rat's nest, I almost said that. Behind the Raiders net. Ball cleared out to center. Bruner across the Sheets. On the wing, drops to Bruner. Bruner, a great one-time shooter. And a big save by Tobias. Nice save by Tobias, stood his ground. Ball rolls back. Conger tries to cut underneath Sean Frick. Doesn't work. Frick's going to get it. Frick ahead. Mike Rarrett. Rarrett guarding the puck. And Mike Rarrett also good at buying, taking or diving or whatever that is. Could that have been a trip? Maybe. Is Mike Rarrett known for falling down easily? Yeah, maybe. So we're gonna have a first power play of the game. This one's gonna go to for the Raiders. This is gonna go against Alex Klein on a, I'm thinking, we'll call that a trip. Look at this trip. We're gonna call anything, that's what it was. If Quayne keeps talking, he might draw unsportsmanlike on top of this. Let's check if he had any extra curricular penalties. Things are getting talked over. 2 men are going to the box, so yeah, he did. That's what happens when you run your mouth. That's an unsportsmanlike on Quayne. So this is going to be a so 2 penalties on Quayne. The way they're going to have them served here, they'll have 2 men in the box for the Rats. Here's the draw. Urban against Garlinski. Rarrett back to Ewell. Ewell surveying. Fake shot across to Chelly. That's Chris Landowski. Takes some looks, back over to Ewell. Kind of a high bouncer, tough to handle that. Ewell looking, rolls it back to Landowski, down low to Coletta. Looks like Sean Dennison would have been there normally. Sean Dennison not here for the game. That's a big loss for the Raiders. He's a very good player, and he loves to sit down on the bottom far circle there and pepper the goalie with slap shots. Looks like Coletta's in for him right now. Here's Raritt. Raritt comes up over to Ewell on the right side, or near boards. Ewell, fake shot, drops to Landowski, couldn't get rid of it. Looking for that one time. Here's Ewell, a big shot. That's off the side of the net. Urban controls under the net. He rolls it through Landowski, and it's going to roll down all the way. 38 seconds left on the double minor to Quain. Entry pass is chipped up and out of play. This should be outside the zone. Guess not. Puck's going to be put deep in the zone. That's next to Ray Tobias, currently holding a 1-goal lead. Garlinski, Nevin. Near boards, Landowski takes it. Across to Ewell. Ewell, they're having a hard time setting up that one time. Here's Garlinski near side. Shooting, score! Oh, Garlinski took a nice sneaky shot right on the rink. Looked like Tobias did not have time to react to it, right between the legs. In fact, I think Ray may have been expecting a pass to come off of that because he never even went into a butterfly. It is 2-2 as the Raiders draw blood on their first power play of the day. Technically a double power play, but it was just a 5-on-4. One man leaves the box, the other one stays in for another 13 seconds.
Let's go! Rats! Let's go, Rats!
Here's the draw. Krasic tries to clear it, and again out of play. Huh. That's 2 straight for Krasic. Puck's going to come down in the zone end. Klein against Nevin. Landowski. Back to Ewell. Oh, couldn't get anything on that. Ewell tries again. There's the ball. Both teams are even. Marcinkowski clears. Ewell picks it up. Ewell. Oh, Marcinkowski all over him. Catches him from behind. Good play by Marcinkowski. He's playing like a man possessed right now. Wants to pick up that team energy, I'm sure. Swiatek near boards, tipped by Nevin. It's still going to be an icing. The story of the game so far has been the Rats are really dominating play, but they are still in a tie game. Shots on goal not being taken. The Rats have more. My estimate, something like a 12-6, 11-6 advantage. But the scoreboard is still 2-2. Klein against Nevin. Draw back. Looking for Sean Frick. Frick across Sabatini. That ball is bouncing everywhere. Sabatini cross ice to Coletta. Oh, through his legs. Like I said, that's where Sean Dennison would be standing normally. Ball rolling around in front. Backhander by Bruner. He scores! Bruner chops at a backhander. Looked like Tobias could not see through a Frank Klein screen.
Let's go, Rex!
And just like that, the Raiders take a 3-2 lead.
Take it off, guys. Let's go!
So Bruner
Rex!
corrals the puck on his backhand. A nice little backhand slap shot, kind of. And Frank Klein setting a nice screen in front. Tobias never saw it. Rolls in on his blocker side, and it is all of a sudden it is a 3-2 lead for the Raiders. And just a moment ago it was 2-1 Rats. 2 quick ones for the Raiders. Here's the draw. 2:28 left in the second. Nevin through center looking for Urban. Urban's going to beat his man to the ball in the corner. Urban out of the corner, looking for a centering pass. Conger's there. Now it's back under the net again. Frick, Urban. Now Frick and Conger. Far side. Chris Landowski's going to back up. They have Fred Collette off the board so they can just see him. Nope, they can't get it to him. That's Kramer, a centering pass, nobody home. Lathan Conger chasing Conger. Back out to Mangini. Mangini looks. Slapper, long one, wide of the net. Oh, tips up in front, up over the top of the net, and nobody can put it in. Oh, what a play. Here's Mike Guerrero. It's a 2-on-0, and they're offside. Yes, they were. Freddie Coletta got eager. That was a 2-on-0. And Mike Guerrero brought it up, but Freddie guessed. One step ahead. Oh, that was an enormous opportunity wasted by the Raiders. That's, boy, oh boy. I'm not sure you could have said they could have put a game away this early, but boy, 3 goals in 2.5 minutes would have been quite a haul. Instead, it's just an offside. Nevin and Klein on the draw. Taken ahead by the Rats. Nevin ahead to Josh Kramer. Josh Kramer beats his check, goes into the forehand backhand, and a cartwheel saved by Howes. Howes just bets the farm on those. He's not actually looking at the shot. Here's the puck through center to Klein. Klein's got a step. He passes across Sheets, and a save by Tobias, a stick save. Sheets on the goal line. Ike Devin battling near boards. Alex Quain now. Quain up the sides. Conger. Conger to the middle. Nevin oversteps it. Across to Conger. Back past to Quain. Quain ahead. Through everyone. That's going to be an icing call. Icing call against the Rats. Brian Howes, he is doing an interesting job of the old guess where it's going to be save, and he has successfully stopped 2 shots this way. Risky maneuver, but so far it's paying off for the Dr. Brian Howes. 1 minute left in the second. It is 3-2 in favor of the Raiders. To our left, you can hear them gathering very early. It's the Snipers awaiting the winner of this game. Ball through center. Conger's going to get it. Oh, a nice pass through everyone's legs. The Kramer kind of missed him. Goes to the far board. Good idea. Both teams, the game's starting to loosen up. More chances. The defense in the neutral zone getting a little sloppy. The fans love it. Here's the pass across to Marcinkowski. A long wrist shot. Up off the netting. It looks like it went off the heel of a stick. Bruner chips it past Marcy. Bruner ahead now. Bruner, it's a 3-on-1 if they hurry. Bruner, far side. Bruner. Hold. Shot, save. Bruner rebound right through the middle. Cleared away by Marcinkowski. Now here come the Rats on a possible 3-on-2. And they come off the line. Quain surveys, in. Oversteps it. Puck goes the other direction. Now here's Bruner over the line on a 2-on-2. Bruner cuts inside, cuts outside. Sheets comes forward. That's a crossing back to Yule. A shot and a score! Oh, back and forth they go. Danny Bruner across to Shane Yule. Shane Yule takes a half step. Marcinkowski tries to block it. Doesn't work. Goes up through Marcinkowski's elbow, right underneath the crossbar. And it is 4-2 Raiders. Exciting hockey for everyone. Not if you're a Rats fan. Marcinkowski holding his elbow or rib. May have taken a bit of an injury there. 3 minutes, 6 seconds left in the second period. And the Raiders roar back, trailing 2-1, put up 3 straight within the last 6 minutes of play. They take a 4-2 lead. I don't know if it's commanding, but it's definitely a lead. There was an attempt to call an icing there, but we're just going to go to the third period. 4-2 Raiders. Third period about to begin. Raiders up 4-2 now. Ball flipped in towards the Rats net. Cleared away by Mangini near boards. Danny Reed. Drags it over the line to himself. Cycle to Urban on the sideboard. Smothered by Garlinski. Back to Eric Krasich. A longer shot tipped on net. The tip put the puck wide. Far boards, Mike Raritt. Crosses over, gets over the blue line, back to Frick. Frick on the near low side there to Coletta. Shot on goal. Tipped on net by Raritt. Covered by Tobias. Tobias may have to play the period of his life in this third period. He's going to have to hold his team in it. They're going to have a chance to advance. Garlinski against Urban. Conger takes it out for the Rats. He is going to try and flip it to himself, and he does. Nice play by Conger to enter the zone. Centering pass across to Krasich. Krasich gets a step, shoots on the ground, hits his own teammate in the foot, rolls wide. Lewandowski far side to Bruner. Bruner has played a wonderful game so far. He has been in it on 2 or 3 of the 4 goals so far. Garlinski gets the puck. He tries to stride toward the middle, rolls off his stick. Here comes Josh Kramer. Kramer over the blue line. Kramer on a 2-on-3, chipped it toward the middle. Nobody touches it. All the way across. Krasich drops it back to Urban. Urban strides in with no one on him. Shoots. Oh, it's a shot pass. Oh, and nobody put it home. Marcinkowski spins, fires. A kick saved by House. Krasich shoots, and it's absorbed by Mr. Brian House. He melts it down. House is that acrobatic, fun-loving kind of guy, man.
Scream my name! You can scream my name too, Stripes, if you want to. I know you do. No? You want to scream it so loud you can hear it outside? Is that what that means?
Draw here, Nevin and Klein. Rats control. Nevin tries a backhand in front. It's rolling around. Howes looks for it. It rolls to the corner harmlessly. Picked up near side, near the red line by Swiatek. He fires it in. Rolls all the way down behind the net. Underneath to Ewell. Ewell reverses. Oh, it goes right to Kramer. Kramer comes out. Spinning shot and a save by House. Another good save by Brian House. Rebound roll to the corner. Reversed again. So the Rats again holding the ball in all over the place on the Raiders. The Raiders can't clear, but they're beating the Rats handily right now. Ball through center. Alex Quain with Frank Klein chasing. It's going to be a one-on-one. Far boards, Klein and Quain. Ball on the far side. That's interference on Mike Raritt. No one's calling it. Long shot by Landowski. Mike Raritt, total gamesmanship guy. He took that interesting tripping cough before, and then it was a clear interference on Raritt. Ball continues to roll back behind Brian Howes and the Raiders net. Chris Landowski. They've got a 2-goal lead. They're not in a rush. And a long flip all the way down the other side. Raiders can begin to do this. There's 7 minutes left. They don't care. They can waste all the time they want. Over the blue line to Quain. Quain stops. Shot off of Urban. Tips wide of the net. Marcinkowski up the far board. Drifts to Ike Nevin. Ike Nevin, a kind of Richard just scored. Okay. And the Rats are back in business. Initial shot by Ike Nevin. Looked like he didn't get all of it. Might have fooled House a little bit. The rebound off of House's right side. It couldn't have blocked her. Could have been the pad. goes out towards the goal line, and then it's counted in by Marcinkowski. It's 4-3. Four to 3, 6:50 left in the third. As the Rats touch Ryan Howes for their third of the game. Here's Dan Reed, wins it ahead to himself. Tries to roll it in. It's held in by Ike Nevin. The Rats are really buzzing here, if Rats buzz. So they're back to Urban. But the Raiders still hold the lead. Urban looking for Quain. Tipped away by Garlinski. Now Garlinski tipped away by Nevin. Up to Reed. 2-on-2 with Quain. Reed to Quain over the line. And I think that is offside. Yeah, good call. Good call. The puck hadn't passed. It actually hit the defenseman in the foot and stayed on the blue line, putting Alex Quain on the far side in offside.
Here we go. Time, Fabio.
6:23 left in the third, and
Say my name. Say my name.
draw Nevin against Garlinski. Tipped out of play. Where is it going to be?
No, don't listen to him. Jeremy, do not listen to them. It's over there.
Nevin against Garlinski. Moves back to the other side of the neutral zone, on the Rat side of the neutral zone. Draw. Not sure if the Raiders ever got it in. Here's Conger, comes out past the neutral red line. Nevin puts it in. It's Stevie Nevin. Wrist shot across, looking for Reed. Doesn't get him. Reed and Frick. Frick comes away with it. Frick through center, knocked away by Quain. Picked up by Freddie Coletta. Freddie Coletta got a big slap shot in him. A nice block by Eric Krasich. Rolls across to Dan Reed. Dan Reed gathers up ahead to Quain. Just misses him. Back it comes to Frick. Frick to Coletta. Here's that big slapper. Oh, way wide. Way wide. Picked up by Krasich. Krasich sideboards to Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski and Urban. They're not double shifting, but they're coming on every other, and they're coming quick. Here's Marcinkowski, a long roller on net. Nice kick save to the corner from Howes. Good controlled rebound there by Mr. Howes. Near side under the net to Urban. Urban under the net. Under the net, looking for someone to pass to. Comes out. Garlinski on him. Oh, and Rarid and Krasich. Krasich chips it to Urban. Urban, nice little move there. Backhand, forehand, looking for Marcinkowski. Couldn't get him. Out to the goal, out to the blue line. Krasich holds it in again. Rarid just trying to throw his body around. He's a big boy, that Michael Rarid character. Ball rolls back into the Rat zone. They pick it up. Here's Marcinkowski over the blue line. Settles it and goes ahead to Reed. Reed reaches for it. Ewell behind the net. Ewell's going to come away with it. Ewell spins. He's going to move up. Oh, nice little time burn. Oh, but he can't get it out. Marcy holds it in. Marcy drops it to Rarid. Rarid through center. Taken off his stick by Quain. Quain ahead. Frank Klein takes it. We're still at center ice, folks. Frank Klein over the blue line for the Raiders. He's stood up by Alex Quain. Puck rolls in deeper. Krasich picks up for the Rats. Krasich, tries to go straight ahead to Kramer. He does. Kramer chips in. It's a 3-on-2. Raiders aren't coming back for the back check. Al Klein comes back. Good play by the kid. Oh, it's a puck in front. It rolled right to Kramer. He tries a backhand. It rolls wide. That ball went off the backboards and went straight up in the air. Wound up right in front of Howes again. Conger looking for some options. A nice cross pass to Kramer. Kramer on the goal line. Drops it to Krasich. Spinning backhand. Save. Rebound taken by Steve Nevin. Again, big pressure by the Rats. Here's Conger, a wrister, right through the crease and wide. Krasich controls, tips it in front, and a big save by Howes. Now another pass in front. Howes again. Howes again. Two big saves by Brian Howes and another cartwheeler. Near boards held in by Mangini. The Rats have been able to get a change on their defenseman on this possession alone. Out to Nevin. Nevin back to Mangini. He's going to hold it in. 3:26 left in the third. Far boards to Conger. Pressured by Landowski. Long ball popped up in the air near side now. Rolls it and it comes out finally. Raiders break the zone. Mangini knocks it away from Sheets. Mangini rolls up ahead through center over the red line. He's going to take it himself on the blue line. Then he stops, drops it for Conger. Now deep to Mangini. Mangini having a great shift here. Mangini on his backhand. On his backhand. Spins it in front. Tosses it in front. Rebound. Rebound. Shoots. And it's another. No, they score. They do score. For a minute there, I couldn't tell. That is a goal for, I believe, Latham Conger as they bang away, and eventually Brian Howes on his 37th save of that possession. One rolls in. You can't blame when your goaltender on consecutive possessions stops 4 straight shots. You can't blame him if the 5th one goes in. Brian Howes playing a great game so far, but it is 4-all with 2:54 left in the third. They're going to talk about this one. I initially saw a goal was signaled. Well, let's see what we're going to figure out here. Captain Frank talking to one of the refs. Captain Craig Lombardi talking to someone else on the bench. Maybe it's just for the scoring. It could be here. I think it was because they were getting Latham's number. So I believe this goal will stand. It's 4-all.
How about I get one from you?
The Rats with unbelievable pressure.
Let's go, Rats!
4-all, 2:54 left in the third. Urban, Garlinski. So the Rats have come back from their 2-goal deficit. Kind of a back and forth game. Near boards, Nevin and Morerit. Danny Reed comes out. Shift pass ahead to Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski to himself. Marcinkowski has a step. He's going to drop it to Urban. Urban shoots. And a big save by Howes. Excellent save by Brian Howes on a nice drop pass attempt. Howes, no problem there. He just soaks it up. Urban against Garlinski, taken by Garlinski. Works it backwards. Out to Frick. Frick over the center line, over the blue line. Coletta, a long slap shot. For a minute, it looked like it went right through Tobias's legs, but it did not. Tobias with the butterfly save. Holds on to it. 2:14 left in the third. 4-4. Shots are in favor of the Rats, but I don't have the number. Everybody talking it over. Each draw very important now. And we're going to have a timeout taken by the Rats. Their first timeout. Each team gets 1 timeout per game. Rats will take theirs first. Looks like maybe 1 player per team might be changing in or out. Looks like Nevin will come in for Swiatek. Would not be surprised if both teams here wound up taking their timeouts before the end of the game. And if the Rats didn't try to play all their guys the rest of the game. I don't think the Raiders are going to do that. I think they're going to make sure they get their Klein, Sheets, Bruner line on one more time. But we'll see.
I think that's a bit drastic. Always, especially when it's let's go, Brad! Here we go, June!
Garlinski. Draw taken by Marcinkowski. Through center. Through over the blue line. People are falling down. Everybody's on side. Drop pass back to Nevin. Nevin Fake pass to Quain. A long wrister on the ground. Kicked away by Chris Landowski. Landowski sideboards ahead. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Garlinski across to Coletta. He's probably going to tee up and shoot this. Drop pass is tipped up in the air by Nevin. Good defense by Steve Nevin. Ball rolls back to Landowski. A long slap shot blocked by Kramer. Now Raritt's going to come off on his forehand. Shoots over the top of the net. Raritt had a nice looking chance there. Raritt from about 30 feet over the net. Raritt sideboards. 1:28 left in the third. Back to Chris Landowski. Pressure by Kramer. Back to Raritt. Raritt. Wrist shot. Off the back of Urban's shoulder and wide. Near side. Held in. Held in by Yule. That was out. That was unfortunately a missed call there. Josh Kramer turns back. It's a 3-on-3 now. Kramer over the red line. Chips it in off his own player's backside. Now rolls back to Quain. 1 minute left in the third. 4-4. Quain pressured by Garlinski under the net. Quain and Garlinski tied up. Far boards. Here comes Bruner. We've got some call here. We've got a penalty coming up. We've got a holding call coming up against Garlinski with 50 seconds left. Holding Raiders number 36. 10-yard penalty. Replay the down. Very bad time to take a penalty. Under 1 minute in a tie game in the third period in a deciding game of a series. So Brian Howes is going to have to come up big again. His save percentage has got to be 85 plus with how many shots he's seen. Poor guy. He's doing well. Let's see if the Raiders call their timeout. They do call their timeout. That's the way to do it. You wait until the draw if you're going to take it, and then take it so everybody gets a breather. Does this work for them against them? I can't tell because now you've just given the top line of the Rats on a power play time to rest. But that's the reason you use a timeout. Raiders defense: Frick, Bruner, Klein, Ewell, goaltender Brian Howes. Power play, Rats: Marcinkowski, Urban, Quain, Reed, and Nevin. In the box, Justin Garlinski serving a 1.5-minute penalty for holding.
Hey, good call there, Stripes.
Hopefully for the Raiders, he will continue serving that penalty in overtime. This would be a bad time to give up a power play goal against. Here's the draw. Klein, Nevin. Won by Nevin. Urban holds. Back to Marcinkowski. Back to Urban. Urban looking across for Reed. Setting up. Oh, and Reed couldn't pull the trigger. Went through his feet. Marcinkowski taking a look. Across to Urban. Urban. Man in front is Quain. There's some traffic. Urban across. Tip. Rebound. Oh, and it shot over the net. Alex Quain had a wide open backhander. He put it up over the net. 23 seconds left. That was a great chance for the Rats. 1 minute left in the power play. 18 left in the period. Urban over the blue line. Urban. Nevin going over to the net. A shot pass to Quain. Quain did not get it. 5 seconds left. Ray has to play this because there's a man coming right on him. What is he doing? Oh man, Ray. Ice blood in his veins. Wasn't sure why he didn't roll it around, but period ends 4-4. Power play will roll over into extra time. 4-4. Going into overtime. So that penalty almost precisely cut in half. 41 seconds remain on it. overtime period about to start. This is going to be sudden death. It's going to be played like a regular period, 10 minutes. Clock stops on all whistles. What you might notice is that the teams will not switch sides. So during the overtime period, both teams will stay on their own side of the ring. That'll save a little bit of running because whoever wins this has to play right away. Draw dumped in by Klein. Rat's still on the power play. Same power play unit starts overtime. 30 seconds left on the power play. Here comes Urban through center. He's going to take it over the blue line himself. Drops to Marcy. Marcy looking. There's still pressure in front. There's guys in front. Marcinkowski, large shot. Kicked away by Howes. Rolls away, and then it's tipped back to him by Shane Ewell. Howes alertly pounces on it. 19 seconds left in the power play. 4-4.
Give him a penalty.
Nevin against Klein.
He shouldn't talk to you like that. That's a penalty.
Klein tries to shoot it wide. It doesn't work. Reed holds it in. Reed down low. Sean Frick is the first one there. Frick tries to go around the sideboards. He trips. 8 seconds left. Thought that was going to get clear. Here's Marcinkowski at the point. Marcinkowski walks in. Wrist shot on net. Dribbler. Up. Juggled. Save by Brian House. That ball got tipped down, bounced straight up, and Brian House alertly with a big glove save. And then a little somersault, just for fun. 4-4. We're in overtime. Both teams return to full strength.
Say my name. Say my name.
Someone may or may not know their own name, but they need someone else to say it. Urban. Garlinski. Taken by nobody. Now chipped ahead. Urban reverses. Shoots it just wide. Chris Landowski, far side, looking for Rarrett. Rarrett stumbles around, can't find it. Alex Quain, just as big as Rarrett, gets it. Now here's Marcinkowski. A long flip shot up and over someone's body, over the back of the net. Raiders calling for a slash. That could have been a slash. Now everybody goes down behind the net. We've got a penalty on someone. Don't know who. Or this could have been an injury timeout. You never know. With two players going down like that, could have been just a stoppage for an injury. Looks like, what are we going to have here? Penalty to Marcinkowski. Either interference or a hold. Now I will say that Marcinkowski could have been called for a slash earlier in the shift, but the clock has stopped. I don't know why everybody's losing their minds over there. That's Stevie Jett on with the unenviable task of working the scoreboard. Some other experienced scoreboard operators in to assist. That's Mike Sabatini and Lou Mangini heading in there. We just have to reset it to 1:30. There it is. Raiders head to their power play. Draw. Klein shoots. Saved by Tobias. Rebound. Hacked and whacked. Ball rolls loose, and it is cleared by Eric Krasich. Nice win ahead by Klein. Klein is really, really working hard today. Great game by the commish, Frank Klein. heart and soul man right now for the Raiders. Landowski shoots it wide to Bruner. Bruner settles it. We've got Bruner, Ewell, Landowski, Klein, and Sheets on the power play for the Raiders. Kramer, Krasic, Urban, and Quain. Bruner, a long slap shot up over everybody. Near side, Klein back to Landowski. Landowski settles it down. He's got Bruner for a long one-timer. He goes down low, half boards to Klein. Klein spins away. Spinning shot, Ewell, blocked away by Klein. Quain, pardon me. Puck pops up over the back of the net. Taken by Ewell. Ewell back out to Bruner. Long slap shot, blocked by Quain in front. Krasic is going to be the first one to it. Krasic trying to walk it out, and he rolls it in deep. 25 seconds left on this power play. 6:25 left in the first overtime. 18 seconds left in the power play. Ball finally gets in the zone. There was not a call by the referee. A little confusion there for the Raiders as Krasic, he's going to fire it down there all the way, and that's going to kill the rest of this power play. Both teams at full strength, and now Josh Kramer, ooh! Taken away by Klein. Now ahead to Marcinkowski, fresh out of the box. Marcinkowski ahead, looking for Urban. Pass knocked away by Bruner. Bruner tries to counter, kept in by Kramer. Now picked up by Sheets. Sheets backhands it ahead. That's not going to go far enough for icing. Near side, Marcy. Marcy's up the near boards. Cross to Urban. Urban sees it, picks it up, ball's bouncing across to Kramer. Kramer near the goal line, spins, fires, pops up off a House's foot. Cleared away by Landowski. Landowski and Kramer. Kramer out battles Landowski. Back to Marcinkowski. A chip on goal. And it rolls up and over everybody. Near boards, out. Switek beaten by Ewell. Ewell's got to step on Switek. Leads on the outside corner, but Switek comes back down and chops it away. Good defense from behind by Switek. He did get beat there. Marcinkowski looking for Reed off the side. And it's picked up by Garlinski. Back to Switek. Switek up to Reed. Reed over the blue line. Reed surveys across to Mangini. Mangini spins, fires, wide of the net. Picked up behind the net by Freddie Coletta. Coletta wheels up through center to Ewell. Ewell over the blue line. Rolls off his stick. Now back to Coletta. Coletta still at center. Ball still in center ice. Coletta over the blue line. He's going to hustle and try and make this a play by himself. Spins, fires a slap shot. Blocked up and over everybody by Switek. Ball rolls back to Rare. Rare tries to get on his forehand. Misses one. Second time. Gathers again. Shoots it way high.
Get the damn ball!
Carlin's from the side. Rats are collapsing. Here's a shot in front. It's a big mess and no goal. I don't know who made that save. There was a pile of human beings down in the crease. Looks like Mangini and Rare were down. Tobias is behind them. That ball did not go over the goal line. Pardon me, it is a running clock for overtime. I thought it was a stop clock. I don't know that it really matters because you're playing sudden death. But.
Let's go, Red!
4-4 in period 4. Both teams have used their timeout, so it's just going to be doing everybody's best all the way now. Klein, Nevins. Conger chips it through center. That's going to be an icing. And it is an icing. Good call. Conger was a foot and a half short of center. Nice call by Mr. Jeremy Warden.
Let's go, Reds! Nice hustle, Ike.
Everybody's got an opinion when they talk to the ref. Nevin, Klein. Oh, Klein a little early, and they're going to drop. Klein ahead to himself. Chips to the middle, no one there. Klein has had Nevin's number the last few draws.
Yeah!
And now Danny Reed chips it away from Sean Frick.
Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, hey. That's nice.
Frick brings it out. Across the sheet. Sheets pressured immediately by Nevin. Ball rolls back in deep. We got 2:28 left in period number 1 overtime. And a long pass up ahead from Landowski to Klein, misses its mark, and that rolls down for an icing.
Let's go, Reds! Come on, guys! Here we go, Jude! 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 Go, Alex!
Urban against Klein. Kramer controls, goes behind the net, almost wipes out, regains his footing. Far side, Landowski up ahead, tries to get it out, held in by Alex Quain. Alex Quain to Josh Kramer, pressured by Frank Klein.
Get
Now,
back.
sheets ahead to Bruner. Bruner on the far side, he's going to tee it up and over the net. Rolls to the near side, Klein back to Frick. Frick, long shot, roller, tipped once over everybody. Now Bruner, wraparound attempt, a save by Tobias. 1:25 left in the third. Raiders starting to put some pressure on now. Remember, you cannot get off for an icing, so Raiders trying to put the pressure on.
Let's go, Reds! Dude!
With the running clock, icing can still be a weapon. Urban against Klein. They just put somebody else in against Klein. Good idea. Here comes Urban ahead. 1-on-2. Now it's 2-on-2. He's got Kramer. Urban holds, shoots. Save. Rebound. Save. Second save. And House keeps it on him. And then Chris Landowski makes sure to put it right into his side. 38 seconds left. Clock is moving.
Hurry up, guys!
We may get
30
this draw.
seconds. Time's running!
Both teams are quite tired. You can tell
Let's go,
now.
Reds!
A lot of guys bent over, breathing heavy. 25 seconds left as we wait for the straw to be dropped. Next to Brian Howes. 20 seconds left now. Draw back to Marcinkowski. A long shot off of House's face gear, helmet or chin. Up straight ahead. Garlinski tries to win it ahead. Tracy rolls it in. 8 seconds left. Down behind the net. Sideboard, Kramer, Ewell, 4, 3, 2. And that's the end of the first overtime. 4 all. Then we head to the 5th period. Yeah, it's sudden death. Don't play until somebody scores. Yeah, they have to play until somebody scores. No shootout.
No shootout. Play until somebody scores. You know, so never gonna make it.
Wonderful third and deciding game of this series, and we've got more hockey for you coming up next. Can't have a draw without your team out there. Hey, Sean. And that ball is going to roll in on Mr. Dr. Professor House. Ryan Howes, a veteran of a few tours serving our country. So we thank him for that. Also playing a great game today as a goaltender. And here's the draw. Garlinski wins this one, but then it's taken by Krasis. Nbhl off the sideboard. Nbhl tries to drag it to himself through Frick's legs. That doesn't work. Nbhl behind the net with 2 men on him. Oh, a couple of nice little moves. Stick handling in a phone booth right there, Mr. Shane Nbhl. He gets it out to Sean Frick. Frick through center, rolls back in behind the Raiders net. Period number 5 now. Running clock, 9:21 left. It's 4-all. Nbhl, Klein wanted the home run pass. No, it goes right through Coletta's legs. Coletta, now they're on. Here come the Rats over the line. Nbhl, bouncing puck. Reed, Nbhl, Reed spins away with it. Reed's going to take it ahead on his forehand. Backhand pass through the middle, looking for Marcy. Misses him. Now it's taken by Urban. Urban over the blue line. Urban waits to Reed. Reed, bouncing puck. Reed, back to Urban. Urban can't get to his forehand. Taken away from him from behind by Sheets. Sheets off the sideboard to Frick. This could be a 2-on-1 if they hurry. No. Frick backs off, and everybody comes back. Frick runs around, runs all the way around the end boards.
No.
Eventually, he's held up by Krasis to Urban to Marcinkowski. Marcinkowski 2-on-2. Over the line with Kramer. Kramer drop, pass. Kramer shoots it off of Marcinkowski's foot. Kramer gets it back. Rebound in front. Marcinkowski spins and fires. And blocked by Nbhl. Nbhl just tumbled backwards and blocked the shot. Great play by Nbhl. Marcinkowski back to Urban. Urban wide fires. Long shot. Kicked out by Howes. And Landowski's going to ice this one. So the only real penalty in this icing is your team stays on. It's not a huge factor about time. Right, there's no changes here, but now apparently they are stopping the clock. Chris Sheets may have been injured and he was heading off because of a foot injury. He is allowed to change. Or maybe he is not allowed to change. Yes, he is. Chris Sheets is not somebody who's going to fake an injury, so. Oh, he walks over to the side. I hope he's feeling okay. Urban gets Klein. Yeah, looks like they took Nbhl out of those draws against Klein. Ball bouncing around everywhere, rolls toward the point. Sweetek down lower to Kramer. Kramer far, or near circle. Taken away, held in by Sweetek. Sweetek to Urban. Urban, oh, a nice back and forth move. Urban, a backhand toward the front of the net looking for Conger. Doesn't work. Urban spins, fires. Blocked by Landowski. Urban, hands on his hips. He's got to be a tired guy. He's playing a great game, but boy, he's been out there a long time. Here comes Klein over the blue line. It's a longer shot. Blockered away by Tobias. Tobias ahead. Tobias, Sweetek to Conger.
Come on, guys. Keep going.
Taken by Nbhl now. Freddie Coletta ahead to Frank Klein. Back to Coletta. Coletta, long shot. Oh, a cuff save by Tobias. That was right on net. Nice shot by Coletta.
Get out of there!
Spinning shot by Bruner. Covered by Tobias. Frank Klein racing down there to make sure Tobias holds it.
Let's go, Rats!
Garlinski against Nbhl.
That's a
Nbhl
good
chips
one,
it straight
Phil.
up. And Breed's going to roll it out. Breed and Nbhl. Rolls all the way down. Rats again going with 2 forecheckers. They've been doing that a lot.
He tipped it.
Rarrett ahead to himself. Over the blue line. Look at the Sabatini far side. Or near side. Sabatini chips behind a Rarrett. Rarrett
Get it up,
spins.
please get it up, please get it up, please get it
Out to Garlinski. Garlinski steps ahead of the goal line. He's trying to move to his forehand. He spins. The shot is blocked by Nevin. Another shot blocked by Nevin. Garlinski still has it. And this one, the time the puck was knocked off a stick by the other Nevin. This was Stevie. Up ahead to Reed. Reed pressured by Ewell. Ewell holds it in. Backhand pass to the front. Rare. Oh, Rare passes on a wide open shot. Garlinski to save by Ike Nevin. Oh, the Raiders have huge pressure right here. Oh my goodness gracious. I thought Mike Raritt had a wide open, and he's tapping his chest. I think he knows he should have taken the shot. He had a look like a great look, and he passed it up. That's okay, Mike. It was a good play by everybody. Question is perhaps about a hand pass? Apparently not. Urban against Klein. Klein, a clean one to Ewell. Ewell, long shot. Blocker saved by Tobias. Ball rolls out. We might have a trip call. No tripping. Wow. Dan Reed might have gotten away with one. It's a 2-on-1. Reed, and Marcinkowski. Oh, and a back check by Shane Ewell. Saves a sure tap in. Now down low to Reed. Nobody's playing defense. Reed tries a jam shot. Doesn't work. Picked up by Frank Klein. Boy, oh boy. Raiders. If Shane Ewell didn't make a great play, that would have been an easy goal. Nice job, Shane Ewell. He's staying back on defense. Smart thing to do. Here's Bruner. Bruner over the blue line to Klein. Klein, long wrist shot, or slap shot. Chip! Oh! Tobias made the first save. Coletta was looking for the rebound, and Coletta overran it. Urban walking it up. 4-on-4 over the blue line. Urban. Back pass to Mangini. Pressured by Bruner. Across to Krasic. Krasic right at the center dot. Now to Bruner. Now to Marcinkowski. A shot off of Frick. Doesn't get through. You can see Urban and Marcinkowski are laboring. They have been out there almost every other shift for the last 2.5 periods.
Nice play.
Back pass to Landowski. A long, sinking wrist shot. Nice save by Tobias. Boy, that.
Let's go, Brad.
Halfway
Everything you got.
Halfway there, that turned into a 12-6 curveball right down. Ray made a nice read and gathered it in. 4:21 left in the second overtime. Draw taken, placed down by Frick. Landowski, long slap shot blocked up to the backboards. Sabatini near side now, tries to get Frick, misses him. Frick and Marcinkowski 1-on-1. Both the guys are fast players. Marcinkowski and Frick battling all the way in deep. And it's going to be another call on Marcinkowski. It's going to be a hit from behind. I don't know what they're going to call it, a board, a rough. It's going to be against Alex. A shove from behind.
Let's go.
Craig, rough. Elbowing call on Marcinkowski.
Let's go, Reds!
Second call against Marcinkowski in overtime.
What's happening?
Krasic tying his shoe, and they're going to change Nevin for Krasic. Could have been a veteran stall move by Krasic right there.
Yeah.
Nevin comes on. Quain tries to chip it free. Held in by Ewell. Under the net. Bruner behind the net. Tries a wraparound jam shot. Doesn't work. Ray had it pinned between his heel and the post.
Nice job, Ray!
Ray Tobias sealing it up nicely. Here's the draw. Back out to Chelly. Chelly drops to Ewell. Ewell, long slap shot. Blocked by Urban. Oh, that stung. Urban trying to crouch it off. That was a big block shot. 1 minute left in the power play. 3:29 left in period number 2, or period number 5, second overtime. Ewell over the line to Garlinski, taken away by Ike Nevin. Nevin to nope, held in by Garlinski. Garlinski drops to Rarrett. Rarrett gonna step in, shoots, and a kick save and a rebound. Nice kick save by Tobias. Look at him stand his ground right there. He did not budge. Garlinski back to Ewell, long shot, tipped wide. Rarrett on a backhand, up over the net, into the back. Here's a tip shot, right on, and a stick save by Tobias. Tobias starting to warm up a little bit more. He hasn't had action in a while now. Bruner behind the net. Bruner pressured by Ike Nevin. Bruner out to Chelly. Chelly, a long slap shot, blocked by Kramer. Ball rolls almost out, but not quite. Here comes Ewell on a long slapper. Wide of the net. Off the side of the net. Rolls, pops up and out. Bruner, sideboards, 11 seconds, 10 seconds left in the penalty. Oh, Mike Rarrett looked like he ran out of gas right there, folks. Now the ball's chipped up toward the blue line. Not out. Not out. Both teams are at even strength. Garlinski battling for it with Kramer. Kramer fights him off. Josh Kramer under the net. Josh Kramer up the sideboards to Nevin. Steve Nevin. He's looking for Marcinkowski at center. Steve flips it back. Still in the zone. Ewell, long wrist. Wow, long slapshot out of the zip code. That was halfway to the bench. Drop pass to Landowski. Landowski, fake pass. Here comes Ewell. Ewell gonna tee it up. Slapper on net. Nice, cool column save by Tobias. Another shot! Oh my goodness! Tobias slowing, getting up, and Garlinski turned and fired it right between him and the post. And it went out the other side. Both teams really tired now. Ewell, he's gonna gather in another slapper from Ewell. Wide of the net, might have been looking for a pass. Nevin against Garlinski. Both teams just exhausted. What hustle, what heart. Garlinski under the net, tries to center it, no one home. Everyone just standing and looking down at their feet. Ewell, another slap shot, another save. Oh, and Rarrett misses an open net. Chelly from a bad angle, ball stops straight in the air. Tipped over the top of the net. These players can barely stand up, 1 minute 14 left. And finally, Alex Quain, after about a 2.5 minute shift, gets it ahead to Marcinkowski. Oh my goodness, Ray Tobias, get that man some oxygen. What a great shift for him. Oh, about 7 saves for Tobias there. Ball rolls deep, held in by Quain once, now twice. Rolls it down to Nevin. They're exhausted. Everyone's tired now. Ewell cuts in front of his own net. Dangerous move, but he's still got some jump in his step. Ahead to Freddie Coletta. Freddie Coletta, far side. He's looking for Bruner in front. Coletta's gonna take it himself. It's gonna be a swip, a jam shot. One shot, no. Next shot, saved by Tobias. 30 seconds left. Quain tries to go up through the middle. Nice jumper move by Quain. Now, Freddie Coletta, all by himself, shoots. Saved by Tobias. Oh, Ray Tobias, his best period of the game. He's got at least 12 to 15 saves this period. And now a turnover. Here comes Klein. Klein across to Coletta. Oh, and he shoots down the side of the net. Danny Reed up the sideboards. He's looking for a long home run to Urban. Doesn't work. 2 seconds. 1. Oh, what an exciting fifth period of the game. And the all-star of that period, Ray Tobias, he had at least 12 saves. Boy, he's tired. You look to the other side, Brian Howes also sitting there. Boy, these guys have given it their all, and it's still not decided. Game 3 of a 2-of-3 series. We're headed into the 3rd overtime period, 4-4. headed to period 6, third overtime. What a game it's been. Both teams had the lead early, and then things turned around. Now we've got Mike Rarrett over the blue line, guarded by Mangini. Back to Klein. Klein, a slamper, wide of the net. Here's a shot. Oh, I thought Sabatini was going to pull the trigger from the side of the net. Everybody's tangled up under the net. Everyone's tangled up down there. It's a mess. Now, here's Urban ahead to Marcinkowski, one-on-one. Marcinkowski drops back. Shot, oh, off the far post. Shot beat Klein, and it went off the far post. Oh, no. We had looks like two players ran into each other. Didn't look dirty at all. Both guys had their heads turned and went for the ball. Oh, no. That's Chris Landowski, Chelly to most of us. And I'm not sure what happened, if they banged knees or banged heads. No penalty should be called on this. I don't believe so. Yeah. Incidental contact. Oh, that's...
Let's go, Reds!
Draw stays low. Urban against Garlinski. Ewell has it. Dan Reed takes it away. Dan Reed to the front. He shoots. He scores! And Danny Reed in the third overtime cuts toward the net and roofs it, puts it up under the back bar. Oh my goodness. What a goal. What an amazing game. Incredible hustle and heart shown by all of these guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Ray Tobias had probably 30 saves. Brian House 20 to 30. Excellent game played by everyone. And here comes the handshake lines. We've got a lot of classy guys here. It's no bad sports. So what an exciting game. And we'll have to take a look and see. There's going to be a break between this game and the next one, which probably is quite fair because we knew whatever team was going to leave this game would be awfully pooped. So handshakes here at 9 minutes and 9 seconds of the third overtime period. Danny Reed picked up a puck in the corner, headed toward the net, got it on his forehand, and just went up over Brian House's glove hand elbow and went bar down